Hello and welcome to Peaky Boardgamer. My name is Rakos and today I will teach you the game Kingdomino. Kingdomino is a simple domino-style game which really plays in a quarter of an hour. It is suitable for anyone, especially for younger players having their first steps into board gaming. Let's move to the table and see how Kingdomino is played. To set up this game, players first choose one of the four colors and take the starting tile, the 3D castle, and one king of the corresponding color. If this is a two-players game, then both players will also use their second king figure. Then take the 48 domino tiles and randomly pick 12 per player in the game. If there are less than 4 players, remaining tiles return in the box. Then shuffle all of the used tiles and create a face-down stack in the middle of the table. Each player places their 3D castle on top of their starting tile and keeps their figure at the side for the moment. Next, take domino tiles from the stack equal to the number of players. Sort them in an ascending order from top to bottom, so the 10 should go up, then the 11 and then 39. If you are playing with 2 players, then deal 4 tiles as if you were playing a 4-players game. When you're done, flip the tiles facing upwards. Then, one of the players shuffles in their palm the 3 king figures and randomly deals 1 to each player. Then, you randomly select the first player and, moving in a clockwise manner, each player places the king they were dealt on one of the face-up dominoes in the middle of the table. At this point, you take another set of tiles equal to the number of players, or 4 in a 2-players game, and create another column next to the first one. You sort the tiles by their number and then you flip them facing upwards. The game is now ready to start. At this point, I would like to remind you that if you haven't done already, please subscribe to this channel and hit that bell button so you get notified of all our future videos. It will really help our channel grow and bring more videos like that to you. The game is played in rounds. On every round, each player will place one more domino into their region until all of the tiles have been used. The player turn order is always determined by the position of your king on the tiles. The owner of the top king goes first and the owner of the bottom king goes last. So in our case, the green player will take the first turn. On your turn, you take the tile where your king is placed and then attach it into your region. I will explain all of the placement rules later on. After you're done placing the tile, you take your king pawn and place it onto one domino tile of the second column that hasn't got any king yet. After that, it's the next player's turn, which in this case, it's the yellow player. The player will take the tile, attach it into their region, and then place their king onto another empty tile. Finally goes the pink player, places the tile, and then places the king on the last empty domino tile. At this point, the round ends. Shift the second column tiles to become the first column, and then recreate the second column with another set of tiles from the supply. You then start the second round, and you continue in that manner. When you're playing with 2 players, then each player has 2 kings. The game plays exactly the same, but you get to place 2 tiles on every round of the game. Each domino tile is split in 2 parts, and each part can depict one of 6 different terrain types. There are some domino tiles that depict the same terrain type in both of their parts. Also, many of the tiles depict one or more crown symbols. These are important for scoring. When you are placing a tile into your region, at least one of the 2 parts must be orthogonally adjacent to another same terrain type in your region. Important! Your starting tile is wild and can be attached to any terrain type. So I could place this tile like this, or like that, and then maybe place my second tile like that. This tile could be placed here because I'm attaching greenfield with greenfield. I could also play it like that, but you can never overlap a tile. Another important rule is the following. Your entire region can be up to 5 columns wide and up to 5 rows tall. So if I had to place this tile, I could not place it like that because I'm overriding the boundaries of my region. So I would have to place it maybe like that or like this. This last placement has set the 5 columns of my region. And if I later placed this here, I have also set the 5 rows of my region. As you can realize, your starting tile does not have to be in the center of your region. If on your turn you are unable to place your tile into your region, then you discard it and you don't get to place one. In scoring, players score victory points for the provinces they have created into their region. A province is a group of connected squares that has the same terrain type. In order for the province to score you points, it must contain at least one crown symbol. So all of these provinces will not score points. The score for each province is equal to the number of squares it consists multiplied by the number of crowns it contains. So the Swamp province will score the player 2 times 4, 8 victory points. You can see in my graphics the score for each scoring applicable province in this region. After players tally up their scores, the player with the most victory points is declared the winner. If there is a tie, then the player with the largest province into their region, regardless the point value, will win the tie. If the tie still exists, then the tied player who has the most crowns in their entire region wins the tie. After that, all tied players share their victory. And that's all of the rules, as simple as it can get. However, there are some additional modes to make the game a bit more special and add some replayability to it. I will now explain all of these modes. If you use the Harmony mode, then you score 5 additional points if you manage to have a complete 5x5 region. With the Middle Kingdom mode, you score 10 victory points if your castle is in the middle of your region, even if your region is not complete. Finally, we have the Mighty Duel, which applies only in 2-player games. You use all of the tiles and you're trying to create a larger region up to a grid of 7x7. And that were the rules of Kingdomino, the Game of the Year for 2017. If you like our videos and want to see more, please subscribe to our channel, and until next time, have fun and play more board games.